Alright guys, I'm back after like a 2-week hiatus. If you guys are wondering where I was at, it's not really important. But anyways, the reason why I'm making this video is I'm a little bit concerned for this game. And if you're a little confused on why I'm concerned, the original owners of Anime Fighting Simulator, not this one, the OG one all the way back from like 4 years ago, which got taken down, the owners of that Block Zone, they finally came back with their own trailer for the new game that they're releasing. And that new game is Anime Fighting Simulator. Yes, the original devs came back from like a 2-year, 4-year hiatus, and they came back and they're finally releasing Anime Fighting Simulator again. If you don't see why this is a problem, we're gonna have 2 different Anime Fighting Simulator games, and they're gonna be basically the exact same game. One that was fan made, and the other one that's from the OG developers that made the first one. They have the trailer out. I'm gonna have the trailer on the top right of my screen, or it's on the description. I'm not just gonna play it. You can go and watch it yourself. I'll show some clips of it though. It's a really good trailer, to say the least. Like, you could tell they put a lot of time and effort in it. Now, some of y'all may be asking, am I going to switch over to this new game that's coming out? That'll be answered later on in the video. But for starters, I will be coming up with like 3 reasons on why I think there's going to be a lot of people who go over and just play the new game that Block Zone is releasing. My first reason is just that it's the original devs. You know, a lot of people don't like the devs for this game, Anime Fighting Simulator Endless. You know, they feel like they're not putting up like enough updates. They're not being as active as they need to, which, you know, I don't blame them. You know, me and the devs have a little bit of history, and yeah, the original devs did have a lot of creative ideas with the old game. I played the old game. I don't have any clips of it, unfortunately, but the original devs were pretty good. The second reason is the graphics. If you haven't seen the trailer, go watch that right now. If you look at the graphics compared to this one, I'm not gonna lie, the new one has way better graphics. Some people might not care about the graphics all that much. I mean, personally, like, a lot of the assets are like the same from the OG one. Like this one, this tail beast bomb looks the exact same as like the 2019 one, but in the new game they look like they reworked like every single move. They all have like new graphics. It looks like really good. It looks nice. And my third reason on why I think people are gonna switch over: weekly updates. Yes guys, you heard me right. The new Anime Fighting Simulator game from Block Zone are going to be releasing weekly updates. This is pretty huge because if you played this game, you know we do not get a lot of updates. The updates that we do get, sometimes they're kind of mid, and even when they say they're gonna update it, sometimes they just delay it and we don't see it for like another week. This happens multiple times. People got tired of it, and them hearing that the other game is gonna have weekly updates, they might just completely just quit the game in total and just play the other one. And weekly updates is really gonna be a lot easier for the content creators to come up with content. And for me, the only time I really like make content on this game is like when there's an update, or the last video I did where I did a tutorial, but that's like an exclusion. Most of the time I just do it when there's updates. When there's no updates, like, I don't really have much to record. Like, do you want me to dress up as some anime character and go around killing people? That's like a Kelvin thing to do, honestly. Like, that's not really my type of content. So weekly updates, I'll basically have like infinite updates and I could do whatever I want. Like, it's gonna be great. Also, something else about this game is set to release on June 13th, which is kind of crazy because June 13th is like when the Dimension 3 update for this game is supposed to come out. So I don't know, the devs on this game need to step it up, or everybody's just gonna leave. Like, if the Dimension 3 update is complete garbage, everybody's just gonna leave this one and they're gonna go straight over to the new one. And this is what I was concerned about, because, you know, there was a lot of remakes that popped up when Endless came out. You know, like, I heard Anime Fighting Simulator Reborn and all of that, and I didn't really consider them because, you know, like, I didn't see the vision in them, honestly. Like, I didn't think they were gonna be like these crazy games. But this one, like, from the original devs of Block Zone, they're releasing this. Like, this could be a big threat to this game. Better graphics, you know, better devs, I would say. No offense to any of the devs here. And weekly updates, like, I don't know how this game is gonna compare with that. The devs of this game did say that they were gonna keep releasing updates for this game regardless of the new one. So we're just gonna see which one is better, which one isn't. Personally, which one I'm gonna be picking, I don't know enough information about the new one yet for me to make a like cut and clear decision. I will say though, if it looks like the trailer and it's like way better and it has more players, I'm just gonna switch over. But if the game is like complete garbage, then I'm not gonna switch over. I'm gonna stick with this one. It kind of sucks if I switch over. I'm gonna lose all my stats. You see, I got all these stats right here, then I got all these champions, then I have like every single game pass too. But personally, I really don't care about all of that. As long as the new game, if it's like really good, I will leave all of that behind to play that. Now that we're talking about the new game, let's talk about some things that like I really hope that the new game does, and it doesn't repeat the same thing that this game is doing. Number one, champions, man. I don't mean like champions are a bad concept, but just take a look at these champion stats. 200% strength and 275% of your chakra. Auto trains 375% of your chakra. Like what on earth is this? You have champions that do 300% more of your original stats. So if you don't have these champions, you're completely cooked. And I don't know why they keep doing this, but they keep adding champions while in your inventory. Increase your training stats by 1.5 times. This champion does it. Let's see which other ones do it. King of Curses do it, 1.25. Unsealed Gojo does it, 1.25 on that too. This one does it, 1.1. This one also does it, 1.05. We got this one, which increases your yen. And then we have this one, which it doesn't even have any stats. It's just while in your inventory, makes training takes 15% faster. Who thought this was a good idea? This is literally now just becoming champion fighting simulator. If you don't have these champions, you're never going to get stats as fast as the other person who does. These aren't permanent champions that are just always in the game. Like for example, this one right here, this is going to leave the game once like Dimension 3 comes out. So you're not even going to be able to obtain this. So if you're a new player or you just missed out, you're never going to catch up ever again. Like every single one of these new ones increase your yen by 1.1. We have like 8 of these champions. So you're getting like 2 times yen just from having all these champions unequipped. Any new player who tries to join, you're never going to be able to compete because it's just champion fighting simulator and you can't even do anything anymore. Now it'd be one thing if they added broken champions every update, because at that point everybody can get those champions, but they are releasing champions that are going to go away, and they have stuff like this which boosts your stats while unequipped. So if you're a new player, guess what? You just permanently lose out on those training buffs. I don't have an issue with limited champions. I have an issue with limited champions that give crazy buffs like this and you can't even do anything about it. Punishing new players like this, I don't see a reason on doing that. It just doesn't work. Another thing that I hope the new game does not do, just useless game passes. Now, what do I consider a useless game pass? I know the devs have to make money somehow, right? I'm not expecting a free-to-play complete game. What I consider a useless game pass though is something like no limits, and not useless in a sense where like if you buy this, like you're not gonna get anything from that. That's not what I mean. Useless in a sense where like this doesn't need to be in the game. Basically, how they get people to buy this is that they artificially cap your stats. I'm gonna show an image of them, like your stats being capped at a certain point. But they do this, right? They cap off your multiplier stats, so you could go over to the shop and you can spend 800 Robux to unlock the rest of your stats, so you can keep on hitting the multiplier button. Why? What would be the need for adding an artificial limit that the devs themselves are adding the free-to-play players like progression other than money? Like, come on, man. Free-to-play players already have it hard enough, and then you're just gonna add a game pass like that, which like completely makes it impossible for them to progress. Then we have game passes like this, which is the only game pass I don't have. Shiny Hunters. If you don't know how this game pass works, basically it gives you better rates to get shinies, but like shinies do absolutely nothing in this game. Shinies are basically certain champions can become shiny, and all that does, I'm gonna show an image of it, it's just a name tag with like it saying that it's shiny. It doesn't give you extra stats. It doesn't do anything. So you're spending 1,100 for what? Be more considerate for the free-to-play player, please. I mean, I'm gonna buy the game passes anyway, but like there's a lot of free-to-play players out there. Like, I'm not saying make the game completely free-to-play, but just don't add a bunch of game passes that are just like complete cash grabs, if you know what I mean. But yeah, those are my opinions on the new game. If it does good, if it has a good player base, which I'm assuming it will. It is Block Zone after all. Weekly updates, all of that. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to leave this game behind. I don't really want to, but like if the game is just objectively better, then I'm not just gonna stick here for no reason. Let's hope that this update, Anime Fighting Simulator Endless, the Dimension 3, they better do an extremely good job, because if they don't, if they screw this up like they did the Dimension 2 update, it's over. I do see a lot of the YouTubers that stopped playing this game coming back to the new Anime Fighting Simulator, and like if they get their fans to join the new Anime Fighting Simulator, then I just feel like it's over, man. Because yeah, what the players want to play is nice, but if they see like their favorite YouTuber playing a certain game, a certain version of a game, they're probably going to play that version over, you know, the other version they were playing. That's just the reality of the situation. So if you guys want to see this game survive, not only do the devs have to do their part, but the content creators have to do their part also. And that's up to, if the game does good. If the game does good, then okay, I'll stay. If the game does is absolutely terrible and the other game is just way better, then Block Zone, that's where I'm going. And I don't want to hear any sellout comments talking about, oh Crandon, you're a sellout, or oh Crandon, you're a little weasel. Listen guys, I'm just gonna play what has more players, what has the better updates, which has more updates, because as a content creator I need content to upload, and this game is just not delivering. It's doing worse and it's not getting the updates more frequently as the other one. Then what am I supposed to do with that? So Anime Finding Simulator Endless Devs, if you're watching this, you need to pull it together, save your game if you really care about it. But yeah, that is the end of the video. If you enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you on the next one.
MCX on the track.
It's time to move when I'm around peon and peasants, I get irritated. You couldn't get the sauce from me, so now you purely hating.